What's up, everybody? Getting into this episode of GH. I freaking love that scene with Robert and Olivia. Him teaching her kind of the basics of being a spy. I like that she went to him about it. I really did because one thing I like about Olivia, for one, I'm loving that she's getting more screen time. Two, she's not letting this whole Alexis driving drunk thing. She's not letting it go. But we all know it's a plot. We know it's a plot. It's all a part of the plot for her to find out Alexis and Ned was, doing the bump and grind. But I'm loving how she's going about it though. Um, she tried to flatter Tracy and stuff like that to let her, to get Tracy to let her guard down, but that didn't work. So then she tried to, bring up the whole she wanted Tracy to be a witness to Ned adopting Leo. That got Tracy to drop her guard down some, and Olivia noticed it. So Olivia was like, okay, so yeah, she started asking her like, so what happened the night that Alexis drove off the road? She really tried to get Tracy to slip up and say some shit. But Tracy, she an OG. Tracy not gonna fall for all of that. Like she's really not. Tracy is pretty sharp. Um, my thing is when this is all said and done, as much as I want Ned to get busted for what he did, and trust me, I do. I just hope at the end of the day that she will continue to allow Ned to adopt Leo. Like I just hope she won't change her mind on that. Because I feel like, yeah, Ned made a stupid mistake by sleeping with Alexis. But for me, I hate when people end a marriage based off of infidelity. Like if it's something that continues to happen, like it happens multiple times, like more than once, then I say, yeah, go ahead and get you a divorce. But if it was one stupid ass mistake that happened one time and you know, I can say that you could forgive that time, but I really feel she should continue to allow Ned to adopt Leo because I feel like he could be a good role model for Leo. Leo's going to need a father. He's gonna need one. Um, but at the same time, if Olivia, slaps the dog shit out of Ned, I'll be cool with that too. You know, but I just don't want to see them in that marriage based off of this one stupid ass mistake. That was clearly a mistake because up until this point they've had a pretty good marriage these last few years. So I would love to see that continue. Tracy is fucked up for what she did. Trying to make Alexis think that she was drunk driving and stuff. She's messed up for that, but I could kind of understand where Tracy's coming from. She's not about to let anybody ruin her son's marriage, even though it was more Ned's stupidness than anything else. But I respect the hell out of Tracy for going, above and beyond for her son, even though he a grown ass man. I mean, the man is about 60, so. But I respect it. She's going above and beyond for her son. I'm not mad at it. But I have a feeling that shit is gonna hit the fan when the truth come out, though. So anyway, moving on from that. Um, Sonny took down the robber or whatever who was trying to rob the pub on Friday. Sonny took his ass down, made him apologize and stuff. And Lenny and Phyllis were super shocked that Sonny was not, intimidated by that guy with the gun. I'm like, of course he's not. But I'm surprised during that time Sonny didn't have some type of flicker of memory by doing that. Like, wouldn't you want to know like where that came from? Like how you could easily just snatch a gun out of somebody's hand, and make them just whimper like a little biatch. I mean, I would wonder. I honestly hope this storyline ends relatively quickly. Cause like I'm just bored looking at it. I have to be honest. Like when I see Sonny and him not knowing who he is, I just be like, next. Like I'm just super bored watching that scene. Like because I'm like we done this a million times. Can we move on from the whole amnesia, please? I have no interest in this shit. I really don't. Like I have to be honest. So anyway, Carly sitting at the Metro Court bar or whatever, boo hooing, because she thinks that what happened to Sonny is karma for what happened to Nell. And of course, Jax is there to tell her no, that's not true. And I don't understand. Like, I understand they didn't find Sonny's body, but why are y'all so quick to say that man is dead? Like, come on now. You haven't found a body. Nell, you found a body. And even still, with her body, we still don't even know if that bitch is dead. Because you never know. That could be somebody else's body with Nell's DNA for all we know. Who the hell knows? But Jax pissed me off in this episode because he sees no need to tell Nina the truth about what happened or the fact that Nell was her daughter. He sees no need, and he doesn't even care at this point if it makes him seem just as bad as Valentine. I'm like, you dumbass. You know everything that woman went through with Valentine, and you're pulling the same shenanigans that he pulled. Really? Um, and this fool Jax said it's too late to tell the truth. Jax, what crack are you on? It's too late to tell the truth. You know how stupid you sound, Jax? It's never too late to tell the damn truth. Because here's the thing. The longer you hold on to that secret, the worse the fallout is going to be. Dum-dum. That's the worst it's going to be. Like, come on now. If you would have just told her as soon as you found out, she wouldn't have been mad at you. But you keeping this from her for all this time, and the longer you keep it going, the more she's going to be pissed off at your ass. And Carly dumb self sitting here talking about some love isn't necessarily about honesty. That's why none of y'all marriages last. Because, and this is why the divorce rate is so damn high. Love is not necessarily about honesty. Honesty is a huge part of marriage. I would say it's about probably 90% of marriage. What the hell's wrong with you? I mean, yeah, you could tell little white lies in a marriage, like, you know, baby, your food was good even though it was nasty. You could say some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be honest about that. Not necessarily. You know, you could be like, honey, you know, I like the blanket, I like the sweater that you bought me, even though really you don't, and it makes you itch. You know, you could lie about that. But saying, honey, yeah, I've known for months that this girl was your child and I haven't said anything about it, but I love you. Yeah, no. That's a lie that you just cannot get away with. No. Nope. At this point, I hope Nina gives it to him. I hope Nina gives it to Jax. I hope she slapped the shit out of him and slapped the shit out of Carly. Like, yeah, Nell was evil. She was all these things, but that was still her child, and she had a right to know. She does have a right to know. And the fact that y'all kept this from her, I understand Carly keeping it a secret because Carly, you know, she doesn't really have no obligation to Nina. Yes and no. You know, technically she does, but technically she doesn't. I say she does because Nina did go out of her way to try to help Carly find who donated that kidney to Jocelyn. Like, Nina really did, you know, work hard to help her, you know, with that situation. So I feel like Carly does owe her something. And she went on the stand and actually helped y'all secure custody of Wiley. So I would say, hell yeah, you owe her. But I understand she doesn't owe her no type of loyalty because it's not like her and Nina were ever really friends like that anyway. So, you know, Carly don't have female friends like that. And we know why. It's just a complicated situation at the end of the day, but I feel like Jax definitely owed Nina a lot of loyalty and a lot of honesty because that's your girl. You know what I mean? Like, I hope Nina just gives it to them, honestly. So anyway, moving on from that, Michael and Willow finally have reached a conclusion about their marriage. Finally. That whole scene was just so drawn out. I was like, can y'all just give an answer? Like, what we gonna do? So when they finally got to it and decided to annul their marriage, I think deep down they were sad by it, honestly, but they feel like it's the right thing to do because they started questioning, like, will we actually be together if none of this ever happened? Like, if Chase and Sasha didn't pull the shenanigans that they pulled, will we actually even be together? And I think they thought, like, nah, we probably wouldn't even have been together if that didn't happen. So they were like, you know what? Let's get an annulment. You know, I'm happy that they finally made a damn decision. It's about time. So, you know, I'm sure Chase is going to be happy. I don't know what that means for Michael and Sasha because she has been getting a little cozy with Brando. So who knows what the future going to hold for that couple. And, never know what's going to happen with that one. So, anyway, moving on from that, Nina has definitely convinced herself that it was her decision. Before I even go into that, I'm fucking loving the friendship between Ava and Nina. Listen, if you would have told me 2, 3 years ago that they would be sitting breaking bread together, I would never believe you. Look at how far Nina and Ava have come since 2014. Look at how far they've come. I mean, Ava was the bitch that slept with her man, that slept with her husband back in the day. And she done pulled a baby out of Ava's coochie. Like, induced her labor and pulled that child out. And she ain't got no type of medical degree by her name. And look at them. They all like this now and shit. Who would have ever thought that? I would have never imagined this outcome. But you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy about it. I'm happy for it. Um, that Ava could sit there and be there for Nina and stuff. And Ava pretty much put it out there. She was like, so basically this was Jax's idea for you not to go looking for your child. Nina tried to spin it to make it sound like it was more Nina's idea to back off of this. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it was not. Jax did basically kind of tell her to leave it alone. Once he found out Nell was her daughter, he was against it at that point, and she went ahead with it. So don't try to spin that. Don't dim your light so Jax's light can shine bright. Don't do that. No. Nina needs to shame the devil and tell the truth because she knows she still want to look for her child. She knows she do. She just keeps telling herself that, oh, her daughter had a great life and, it's better off this way. No, keep looking. Keep digging. Because when somebody tell you to stop looking or stop doing something, obviously they got an ulterior motive. And Ava pretty much called her out on that. She was like, so basically dropping the search for your child was not your idea. It was Jax's idea. That's what Jax wanted. And that's pretty much what happened. Um, I feel bad for Nina. Jax trying to come back in there talking about some his family is her family and whatnot. I'm like, Jax, that to me is some sociopath shit. Like to sit there and look somebody in the face knowing the secrets that you're keeping from them. And you can still sit there and be like, oh, I love you. My family is your family. Like, no. Hell no. You got an issue. You got a ticky. You got a screw loose if you can do all of that without any guilt. Like, seriously. I'm pretty sure deep down he probably does feel guilty, but still. So anyway, Ava went over to the Corinthos house or whatever because she's trying to get that half heart necklace back for Avery or whatever. Jocelyn, I understand Jocelyn's upset still with Ava because of the whole Morgan situation. I get it, but at the end of the day, that's still a full grown woman, the mother of your stepsister or whatever. So you do need to show a little bit of respect when you speak because she's still an adult at the end of the day. So, all that attitude, oh, I'm doing this for Avery, not for you. Well, I'm pretty sure she's aware that you're doing it for Avery. That's why she came there. Why would she come there and ask you to do something for her? Obviously, she's there on behalf of her daughter. Clearly, Jocelyn need to go somewhere with that little attitude. Um, so Jocelyn is still going around. She looking for her little journal or whatever because of all the loss that she suffered in her life. So she wants to start back writing in her journal, but she noticed that the journal was gone. And not Dev. Cameron and Trina are pretty much trying to keep it a secret right now about what Dev was up to. About how the diary was stolen by Dev and stuff. They want to keep it a secret for now from Jocelyn, but if she keeps looking for it, they're gonna have to tell her the truth because they don't want to tarnish her memory of Dev, pretty much. Because they feel like if they tell her the truth about what Dev was up to, then she would not have any type of remorse for Dev anymore or whatever. She wouldn't think fondly of him anymore. And that's not really what they want to do to her, especially with everything that she's going through. So I can totally understand that. I can totally get that. But I still feel like they should tell Jocelyn the truth about what's going on. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see you all later. Have a great day. Peace.